I am making this recording in case YouTube deletes this video. I'm not trying to infringe on either of these other two channels. OBS Chan is working just fine. Wait, let me Yeah, OBS Chan seems to work just fine. Maybe I'll turn up the actual volume of the computer for real quick. Yeah, sorry about this awkwardness at the start. And I'm not doing my normal intro because this isn't, one of my videos. This is me recording somebody else's video. I've done this in a few other videos by other people just because I like the video and I found it very... I don't know the right word. But I liked the video because technically it's somebody reacting to... You guys should be able to see my mouse on the screen. Down here you can see the channel we're looking at, Leaflit Asari. So if you ever see this video, if I ever do post it, it was posted December 19th of 2024. Right now it is December 20th. And I can't remember, but she is reacting to another person's video. And again, I'm not trying to infringe on either of these people's videos or whatever. And not only do I agree very strongly with the message of the video, but I also agree very strongly with the woman who is reacting in the video. So if you could, if I ever post this video, if you could please support both of the people, both the woman who's doing the reaction as well as the video she's reacting to. It's just, given the nature of the video, I think there's a good chance that the video itself could get deleted from either of their channels. And I think this video is important enough that there should be a record of it, though I will probably have it recorded. Should I record it at double speed? I don't know. It would make it a smaller video. I mean, you guys can always watch double speed yourself. I'm just concerned about video size since I'm just a little bit crammed for space on my hard drive since I just use a laptop. So... But yeah, I don't know if I'll ever post this. Heck, if I do post it without them getting the videos themselves deleted off their channels, it'll mainly just be me just trying to be that extra little push out there to tell people that this exists. That being said, I'm not trying to steal from either of these people. I'm simply just trying to spread the word on both of these people. I think the woman doing this reaction is a very sensible person, and she seems to be a very good person too. And the person who made the video that she's reacting to seems to be a person who's put a lot of thought into things in terms of not only in anime, but also how that stuff applies to the real world. I think both people are very sensible, very reasonable, very good people. Granted, who knows, that maybe that has no real importance coming from me. I'm just some loser otaku. But if there's anything I can say is I've definitely watched a lot of anime. And I've definitely played a lot of video games. And I don't regret either of those things for a tiny second. But, yeah. If you could, if I post this video, I don't know, maybe I'll post it today. I don't know. But like I said, my channel's not monetized. I won't make a single cent from me posting this video. And of course, even if I do post this video today, I'll still keep this video saved in my computer, just in case it gets deleted, just in case it were to get deleted. Because like I said, my main reason I wanted to record this is, given the content of this video, I think there's a good chance that YouTube itself will delete it from both Leaflit Asari as well as the person who made the video to begin with. I think it'll get censored. I think it'll be considered by some to be hate speech. And obviously, I guess there's a bit of a implicit risk in me posting this video as well. But I think it's important that this video gets shared. I think the content of the video being reacted to is very important. As well as I think that the person doing the reacting to this video, I think she gave a lot of very important feedback that I think everyone would benefit from listening to. So I would say both the maker of the original video as well as the woman reacting to it, I would say both of them are better orators than myself, as well as I would say they're both more charismatic and have better... I tend to have a bit of a disorganized speech when I talk to people. I mean, I have social skills, but I do understand that sometimes when I communicate, it's not very effective or pleasant. Not in terms of me being like mean or something, but just in terms of, I guess it could be seen as awkward or annoying. Heck, I imagine anyone listening to me right now probably just feels I'm a very whiny person and I probably sound all whiny and nasally, but oh well. It's enough of my own low self-esteem. I just thought the content of this video that I've just been rambling about and not actually showing you guys for almost 8 minutes. Ha ha ha. Main point is this. I think the content of this video and the reaction that this woman has, I think they're important. And I think there's a good chance that, both of their channels could get censored on this. And I think it's very important that people listen to this video. So I'm just trying to get more people to listen to it, even though I'm a basically backwoods, unknown person on the internet, and probably no one's going to even come across this anyway. But it's just, I wanted to save this for my own personal records, and maybe in the future I can repost it again if the other records of it are gone, and at least I can. And of course I assume Leaflit Asari, as well as the original maker of the video she reacted to, I assume both of them are going to keep their original videos on their hard drives as well to re-upload in case of any unfair, fascist shenanigans on part of YouTube, which in general I think YouTube tends to be fair. I try to follow the rules of YouTube in terms of I try not to really infringe on any sort of copyright that would really upset anybody. in terms of like, I'm not like posting entire anime episodes or something. But I do play video games where I like listen to System Down in the background. It's not like I'm monetizing it. It's not like I'm trying to make money off of it. I just want to listen to some awesome System of a Down songs while I play a video game. And not only does it my own enjoyment of listening to the music, but I want to share with people that I like System of a Down. Even if they've heard of the band, they can at least enjoy the music with me. And if they haven't, then I've introduced them to a really cool band. Heck, I would think Serge Tonkian would be understanding in himself of me just being a really big fan. And heck, I imagine me and him might differ on a few political, but that's fine. I don't have to agree with every stance of somebody in order to respect them as a person, let alone a musician. And I imagine if I ever had the opportunity, not that he'd ever want to talk to me, but I'd be perfectly okay with having a discussion with him about whatever kind of politics in question. I'd want to actually hear what he has to say on the matter, because I do value his opinion. But I imagine that he would be respectful and actually listen to my opinion as well, and the point being we'd have just a normal civil conversation. Though to be honest, if somehow I had his attention on things, I think I'd rather just go get some pizza and play some video games with him, like just sit and play Halo 3 with him. Or just chill and walk on a bike trail or something, Or maybe he has some fun ideas himself, but I don't know about concerts. I feel like I'm kind of, I don't know. I know he's older than me, but I kind of feel like I'm too old to really go to concerts and stuff anymore. Maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I need some sort of supplement to give me more energy. But, yeah. Like I said, if it came to politics, I would imagine me and him could sit down and just have a normal civil conversation. Because we would disagree on some things, but I'm sure each of us has very solid reasons for that, based in compassion and empathy. Even though we come from different directions on that, we both just want to do the right thing. But aside from that, I think I would rather just play video games with him and eat some pizza rather than focus on a conversation. But hey, if I actually did have his attention, then, well, I'd have plenty of time to do both. But yeah, I'm a really big fan of a lot of bands. I like music. So sometimes I'll play it while I'm playing a video game. Not too much anymore, just because I think I kind of grew out of that. I think because I sometimes would be playing multiple songs at once. I was feeling very emotionally upset about some things, and I was using that as a very, I guess, my own sort of awkward way of trying to express my feelings to everybody. But then again, I'm the loser otaku that has really no social life, and talking to all of you via the computer is just about all I have in terms of a social life. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm just not trying to steal from Leaflit Asari or from whoever made the video, because I can't remember who it was. My channel's not monetized. I have never made a cent from YouTube. I've never made a cent from YouTube. I'm never going to make a cent from YouTube. I am never going to make a cent from being Lunar D8 or from the internet at all, as far as I can tell. I never want to, and it's not like I'm rich. I work 50 hours a week in a factory. And even then, I'm scraping by. But hey, I do have at least enough money to, buy some Steam games here and there and annoy you guys with my reactions to things. But I have never made a cent. I'm never going to make a cent from all of this. I just make videos because I like making them. I like talking about things. I've always liked Let's Plays quite a bit, like Ultra J-Man, Rom Scout, Freelance Astronauts, Proton John, Slow Beef. You guys remember I Want to Be the Guy? And Battle Kid Fortress Apparel. But yeah, I'm never going to be monetized, though I don't know why YouTube would ever want to monetize me. I'm both simultaneously the most boring and annoying person on the internet. Hell, we've been at it so long in this video, it's 16 minutes, I might as well do my intro. Greetings one and all to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. And I promise nothing. I guarantee even less. And the only thing consistent about my channel is a complete and total lack of any professionalism. I'm just some crazy guy on the internet talking to his computer. I have never made a cent from this, and even if YouTube ever wanted to monetize me, I'd tell them no, even though I really could use the money. But I don't want this channel to ever be about that. I just want to make videos and post them. This is a place where I can talk without a filter. I just talk about whatever I'm thinking or feeling. Even if it's like all of a sudden I go on some sort of stupid tangent about tentacle hentai or futanari or something about my personal life or some band I like or some cool game mechanic or a new anime I'm excited about coming out. Like heck, in a few months the new Overlord movie, The Sacred Kingdom, will be on DVD and Blu-ray. I'm looking forward to buying that. You guys like the light novels? But yeah, I've never made a cent from YouTube. Even if I had 1 million subscribers, I'd never monetize my channel. Even if somehow this video I post were to even have 1 billion views, I would never make a cent. I'm never going to have super chats. I'm never going to have merchandise. I'm not some brand. I'm not some product. I'm just some weird guy. Some failure of a person. A defective human being. Someone who was regarded as invisible and worthless by basically society at large. I think that's kind of funny. I remember being 12 and 13 years old and having an IQ of 132. And everyone's like, why are you bragging about that? And the answer is because I have low self-esteem. And, well, at least saying that thing from the past makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Aside from that, I mean, I've been working my whole life. I had a job since I was 14 years old. And I'm going on 38 now. I graduated from high school with an honors diploma, a 4.0, straight A's, had like 100% in just about every class. I took calculus, physics, chemistry, even though I remember none of it. I did take 3 years of Spanish in school, but I remember none of that either, even though I aced all 3 years. I am wanting to learn German and Japanese and French and eventually Hebrew, but right now I'm just working on German and well, it's a very slow process. Heck, I have a guitar and books on drawing, and I'm shit at both. Heck, recently I'm trying to focus more on learning how to play a keyboard. Heck, the creepypasta music guy, Mew, M-Y-U-U, M-Y-U-U. I'm trying to learn how to play on a keyboard the music that he plays. It's used mainly in creepypasta narration backgrounds, like Mr. Creepypasta, well, the rest of the internet. Oh, by the way, it's December 20th right now, 2024, so I know it's a few days early, but Merry Christmas. But yeah, I'm not monetized. Me posting this video, because I think I'll post this video today. And maybe I'll post it again a second time in the future, if I feel it's needed. I'm not going to make a cent from this video being posted. And if anyone comes across my video of it, then I would like you to go support, the original release. Go see the original person who made it, which I don't remember his name. I don't even know if it said at the start of the video. I can't remember. My short-term memory seems to be shit anymore. But just, if you could, the woman who's reacting to this video, as well as the video she's reacting to, please support both of those people. They seem like they're really good people. And I know it's not much coming from me, since I'm just the backwoods of the internet. But I just wanted to voice my support of them, of both of these channels. And that I wanted to record what was said in this video, because I think it's important. Because I agree very strongly with what's discussed. So, I'm sorry for the lengthy intro, but yeah, like I said, I'm not going to make any money from this. I just wanted to share it. I just wanted to talk about it. And if you do see this video on my channel, I'd say don't worry about liking my video. Don't worry about commenting to it or even subscribing to my channel if you had just recently come across me. I'd rather you give all those likes and comments and subscriptions and support to the people who made this video originally. Whether it be the person who made the original video, who I can't remember, but maybe it'll say at the start of the video, I can't remember. As well as to Leaflit Asari, who is reacting to this video. So if you do come across this video on my channel, just forget I exist. Just after you watch this video, just go click on the people who made the video initially. Okay, I didn't mean to go on so long like this. I just thought I'd give a quick 30-second intro, and I guess I have a tendency to get carried away. I'm sorry, I'll be quiet now.
why people like anime girls?
Is an anime girl. To the average observer, this may look like just another animated character. But what if I told you that characters like this have been reaching international popularity?
International?
Whether you're from Japan or not, the odds are that you yourself have seen someone online using an anime girl as an avatar.
What?
In this video on Pax Tube,
No.
we'll find out
why would do that? That's weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about anime. Specifically, the anime and manga industry produced by Japan. This art industry has become very popular around the world, especially on the internet. Unlike Western animation, which typically gears itself towards children, the anime industry targets a wide variety of age demographics. Thus, you'll find fans who are adults and teenagers alike. In recent years, Western companies have even attempted live-action adaptations of anime, with not much success.
Only the One Piece one was good. One Piece was pretty good.
But the rise of popularity of anime in the West is worthy of investigation, and it leads us to some telling conclusions. A key factor that stands out in anime success is its female characters, who garner fan bases in and of themselves. The term waifu, a variation of the word wife, is used commonly in anime circles to refer to one's favorite female character. It's become obvious at this point that anime girls have a special charm that viewers in the West are picking up on. Firstly, appearance. Now, the most common explanation of why anime girls are popular is that they're cute, and that's very true. These characters are professionally designed to be feminine and attractive. There are entire animation methods devoted to their styles. The physical traits that are highlighted in anime include flowing hair, large and detailed eyes, and slim or curvaceous bodies. These features are highlighted because they're widely accepted as beautiful. Some might argue that beauty is
That's why I love anime so much. Like, anime is like so aesthetic. Like, I've always thought it was so much more aesthetic than like anything else.
But let's face it, they're ultimately physical traits that people are biologically wired to be attracted.
Wait, is that true?
Those creating anime do not try to obscure this. It should also be noted that these female designs go hand in hand with clothing that accentuates their feminine features, such as ribbons, bows, or other hair accessories.
It's kind of funny because if you think about it, like Western stuff is trying to eliminate a lot of femininity. Actually, it's really like masculinizing a lot of female characters and making them more masculine. It's like kind of removing like this sort of charm that people like out of it, right?
Meanwhile, some character designs are more childlike, which are intended to trigger protective instincts from the viewer. You could call this the cute or comfy factor. Now, of course, anime doesn't exist in a vacuum.
Akama says the funny thing about all of this is that one animator who said they draw the characters more like, so being a weeb makes you a Westie by proxy, really, is that they draw the characters more like white people, so that Japanese viewers have more of a disconnect from what they're watching. Is that true? That's interesting.
So to understand its ascendancy in the West, we also need to look at what's going on in Western media. In Western media, by contrast,
I was literally talking about this.
Character designs that even differentiate between men and women. Some have linked this to the fat acceptance and androgynous movements. But truthfully, these two movements are simply two branches of the entire source. That source is feminism, which has come to utterly dominate Western media. Hollywood and television studios consistently identify more as feminist and liberal than the general public. This is then reflected in their portrayals of women. In a great irony, feminism rejects the value of femininity and works instead as a...
This is the thing I don't like about feminism, is it does reject like the difference. Femininity is not bad, but like a lot of the time they make it seem like it is. Like the irony is like they're like femininity is weak, which is like that's fucking hilarious. You know, like
to make females masculine. The biological differences between the sexes are seen not as something to be celebrated, but as obstacles to be destroyed. These natural differences are thus downplayed, and studios put ridiculous efforts into making female characters look and behave like their male counterparts.
the loudest grasp the seats of power.
Things weren't always this way in Western media, but they certainly are now. Meanwhile, this kind of feminist influence simply does not exist in anime studios, and that's played an enormous part in this contrast of character designs. And beyond just the issue of feminism, a solid portion of the animation that gets propped up by corporations in the West is downright hideous. So it's clear that the physical appearance of anime
I love Holo
girls is a main factor that makes them popular in the current West. But I will submit to you that there is an even greater factor at play that goes far deeper than physical appearance. To lead into this, let's look at how Maki from the anime Love Lab responds to receiving a compliment from a boy.
Me too. Me too. Me too. But yeah, like this would be seen as awful actually in the West. Like if a guy said this, a guy said like this is like a fucking tsundere as fuck comment. By the way, this guy is a fucking certified tsundere. But if you said this in the West, you would get fucking canceled, dude. Like, excuse me, what did you call? What did you say? Did you say that I only think that because I'm cute? Because I'm a woman?
Take note of the traits that are being displayed here. This leads into the point. Anime girls are liked because of their virtuous and feminine personality traits. A female character portraying bashfulness like this is common in anime, but all but extinct in Western media. Generally, these characters demonstrate attributes that make them ideal candidates for wives, including loyalty, modesty, and a positive view of marriage and children. It's a common sight in anime, especially in
Stop!
the slice of life genre, to see characters outright fantasize about marriage. Characters are written this way intentionally, because not only do these virtues make them good love interests, but they're also admirable traits in and of themselves. I've noticed that chastity in particular is a value that anime likes to highlight. This applies to both male and female characters, but to avoid going off topic, I'll stick to the female.
I've seen some anime. Fuck you, Rudius.
Importantly, even female
fucking
characters that are designed in a sexualized way are written carefully to have these virtues. I may not be a fan of some of these designs.
Oh, what? The fucking farm girl? Pax?
Are written carefully to have these virtues. I may not be a fan of...
That's what she's so cute. What'd she speak? What the fuck? What the fuck? Also, by the way, Orpal is hot. Like, this is like one of the hottest characters. I don't even know what his face looks like, but he's like one of the hottest characters in anime. I want to be her, and I want this to be my best friend. Then I would marry him. Actually, no, I don't want to be her. I want to be a priestess girl. I can be the priestess girl, and then we can get married.
Some of these designs because they strive the line towards sexploitation, but their behavior, as I described...
His face is average. I don't give a fuck what his face looks like, toe to toe. You think I give a fuck? That man can kill 20 goblins in like 30 seconds. That in of itself already makes me hot. I don't even care. You don't have to say anything. He killed 20 goblins in 30 seconds. That means he can protect me and my children.
That shows that they're... As one example of this, in the anime Overlord, the character Albedo is revealed to be a virgin despite her sexualized appearance. It's a rarity to hear a character say something like this outside of anime. Now, these female characterizations draw stark contrast to not only Western media, but Western society itself. Currently in the West, values like modesty, chastity, and romantic exclusivity are increasingly treated as unnecessary or antiquated. This is in spite of the fact that most...
I hate this, by the way. I hate this so much. I think it's so messed up to like... It's just so messed up in general to like everybody, I think.
Research shows that these things are critical to developing healthy long-term relationships. A 2019 research report from the Institute of Family Studies found that traditionally minded and religious couples reported the highest level of relationship quality and sexual satisfaction.
It's that easy. It's that easy, you guys.
Other researchers show that women who engage in promiscuous sex are more likely to have failed marriages, more likely to become single mothers, more likely to get an abortion, and less likely to report personal happiness than women who had 0 sexual partners prior to being married. It truthfully turns out that the sexual revolution and free love were an utter disaster. But in spite of this, most of Western society continues to double down on normal.
Man, they double down so hard on this, and like they're so proud of it. I'm so proud of it. And they're like, oh, it's like liberation and freedom and stuff. But like, is it happiness?
And promiscuity. Fortunately, though, things aren't all bad just yet, as surveys do show that people say that those with more than 2 past sexual partners are undesirable for long-term relationships. The problem is that Americans report having between 4 and 7 past sexual
What the fuck, you guys? What the fuck?
partners. This has created an extreme gap between the kind of person people want a long-term relationship with and the kind they can actually choose from. Furthermore, the average age people first report having sex is 17. Now add in the fact that data shows marriage has a negative correlation with number of sex partners. That is, the more sex partners a person has, the less successful their marriage is likely to be. All these things have come together to create a relationship wasteland.
You know what? If you think about it, I wonder. Lately, the thing I've been really looking into is like the effect of chemicals, the effect of brain chemicals on like actually mind controlling you into stuff. Anyone else ever think about that? How like a lot of the things that we do are because of certain chemical responses in our minds, and it's been a weird like thing I've been. This is like a recent rabbit hole I've been down on, is like trying to find like the effect of like different chemical responses in your brain. And I wonder if the reason this is the case is because there's a chemical that happens when you have sex with someone. There's a brain chemical that activates that makes you bonded to that person. You do that a bunch. Again, I'm not like an expert on this. I'm just like thinking about the things I've read and like how that would. It's weird. I think about the things that I read, and then I think of it as if it were a video game. And in my mind, I try to think, if I were the designer of this game, like what would the mechanics be? Right? I try to think about the mechanics of real life. Is that it's weird. It's because I'm a game developer, so like I always think about this stuff. What is the mechanic here that like could that chemical bonding mechanic that is meant to like make 2 people like fall in love for like a long period of time? If you create that bonding chemical with multiple people, that would lessen the bond that you have with one specific person. Does that make sense? And I guess porn would do that too, possibly. If the same thing occurs during porn, then it would create that bond as well. It's actually how it works. Yeah. So like when 2 people have sex, there's a bunch of like chemicals involved in like that actual process for different things. Like some are like kind of like the like the dopamine high, and then there's like serotonin, and then there's oxytocin. I think is the other one. And I think the oxytocin one is the one that I think there's more oxytocin. Right? Am I wrong? I think there's more oxytocin in women than there are in men, which creates like that bonding effect basically, which makes you feel attached to a person. So like if you created that bond with too many people, it would lower the natural loyalty that you would have. Does that make sense? I don't know if that's true, but like mechanically it makes sense to me, right? Am I making any sense to you guys? Like I feel like this graph kind of shows it, right? You can see like the drastic decrease based on like this, right? Yeah, I wonder if that's true. I don't know if it's true, but I wonder if it is.
Likely to be. All these things have come together to create a relationship wasteland in the West. It's created a situation where the average person has to choose between settling for a spouse with many past sexual partners, which they don't want, or dropping the idea of marriage entirely. A horrible situation through and through. Meanwhile, rather than trying to reverse this, Western media has led the charge in exacerbating this crisis. Studio executives practically fall over themselves to put forward female characters that are sexually promiscuous and masculine. As an example, in the show Game of Thrones, nearly every single female character is written to either be involved in numerous sexual relationships or to have no interest in men whatsoever. Other shows that focus on teenage relationships are rife with premarital sex, abortion, homosexuality, and marriage being treated as a backwards institution. So with both Western media and society increasingly abandoning both feminine and monogamous traits, anime has...
I like where this is going. Embrace anime.
It's now effectively one of the...
I've been watching like romance anime lately and like reading romance manga, and it is fucking me up.
As reliable places young men can look to find idealized female idols who would make good wives. Thus, it shouldn't be surprising at all that it's garnered a large male audience. Now, a lot of anime fans may recognize this fact implicitly, but not actually because...
Even if it was Reptalia, by the way, I also like Reptalia, so...
There are, after all, many anime fans who are...
I swear Hollow. Am I wrong? Oh my god, this is gonna bother me now.
And I think part of
They kind of look similar. They did Hollow and Reptalia look very similar, like if you don't look at their ears. No, that one isn't Hollow. That one's Reptalia for sure, but I'm talking about the one before.
people exist is because they were never able to recognize what makes anime girls unique in the first place. And while I'm sure someone can find exceptions to what I've said in this video,
Maclanad was devastating. It's one of my mom's favorite anime, but it's so devastating.
they are just that, exceptions. To draw things to conclusion, the anime
Oh man.
industry produces some beautiful works that we as Westerners can learn from.
When I say it was devastating, I mean like it's good, but it hits you right in the feels.
None of this is to say that anime is perfect or that Japan is a perfect country. All things have their flaws. But what's clear here is that anime's female portrayals show feminine nature in a positive light that feminist media never can or will. In essence, it exposes the current cultural crisis in the West in both media and public attitudes. When a huge portion of your male population has to look to a foreign medium to find virtuous female portrayals, that's a serious problem. I ultimately hope this video helps people see.
The other thing too is like a lot of Western stuff kind of really is messing with. It's kind of a long thing. I'm only gonna dip into it because I don't want to go like, too deep into it. But also it's kind of like ruining like the whole concept of tomboys are also being kind of destroyed by the West as well.
The value of virtue and the void that's left when people turn their back on it. Now there may be some things I forgot to mention, so feel free to leave your views in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell, as it really helps me to make more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
That's such a good video. I agree with like basically everything there. Oh man, I should watch more of his videos. I should watch more. Okay, how spicy do these videos? I say this, but I've already seen some of them.
I also agree with everything. And yeah, I should watch more of both of their videos too. Hope everyone out there has all the hugs and head pats you could ever need. Bye.